Welcome to Find You Fridays. It's me, Lorene. How are you? I hope you're all doing super duper amazing and well. So fabulous, happy Find You Fridays to everyone. Gosh, what an eventful week it has been for sure. Little bit of this and a little bit of that. You just never know what is going to pop up in your world, do you, when you actually start making the asks to get out there and do some fun things. Oops, I think I pasted that wrongly. Oh well, they'll figure it out. Hi, Melinda. Hello, darling. All right, let's get everything all settled and snuggled in for the evening. Because you just never know how long we'll be here. We've had a couple of long ones lately, and yeah, it's all good. Settle down, take a breath, pour a cup of tea. Now, Melinda, I didn't bring the tub with me. I should have. I'm using your tea that you gave me. Thank you, darling. And I also added some Tulsi tea to it. So, because there wasn't enough flavors going on already. Hi, Edwina. So, I've got extra flavors going on in my tea. Oh, yeah, and I added some honey too. Because there just wasn't enough flavors going on. Hi, Debbie. So yes, I was going to grab the jar and I forgot. But it's got lots of yummy things in there. Lots of yummy things. So yeah, Tulsi is just so good. It's such a simple thing, but it does so many good things. Like it's an anti-inflammatory and it's antioxidant, and it's it just helps with so many different things, especially at this time of year. Bloody brilliant. I wish I could grow some. I just don't think the positioning of my garden is correct for it. I think it's a little bit too in the shade, perhaps. So, yay. How have you all been for this last lovely week? I felt like things were definitely a lot easier this week, as predicted. Things were much easier out there in the world of energy and working with people and doing things, and lots of fun little exciting opportunities. Hi, Amanda. So lovely to have you here. Yay. Happy guys. Hello, beautiful people. Of course, when I see beautiful people, I think weirdly Marilyn Manson. So funny. I'm actually listening to a book at the moment, which has the devil as it, and Lucifer. And there was a question. Well, it was a little bit of a conversation that went on with the characters, whereby because he's hooked himself up with a female human, and she's like, okay, so many people blame the devil for their actions and stuff, or like they say that they've made contracts with you and things, and like, what about Marilyn Manson? And he just cracked up laughing and goes, no, not at all. That was all him. He goes, that's far too basic for me. And I thought, what an interesting thing to bring into a book. The Marilyn Manson or Mariah Carey Christmas smash-up. Oh, I don't know that I've seen that. No, I actually didn't used to like Marilyn Manson, not until the Matrix album came out for the second one, I think it was. and that was when I kind of got into it. But I was also doing a lot of, I was drawing up some architectural drafting plans, getting them ready for council at that time. And that album became the background for me doing that work. And it was really good, really, really good. That sort of, that intensity in that album. Really enjoyed that. I still have the CD. I'm still old school like that. Still have my CDs. Oh gosh, we've got a shadow period new moon next Friday. Yay. Or Saturday. Not Friday, Saturday. So next Friday will be the shadow period of the new moon. Which means this week is like a sort of a semi-slow down, sort of like coming into that quiet-ish period of the new moon, which is nice. So just shuffling and getting the cards coming out for the collective for the 16th through to the 22nd of August. Can you even? It's 22nd of August already. How is that even possible? So what have you all been up to this week? I'd love to know. How's the week handled you? How have you handled the week? We've had some absolutely beautiful days here. And then we hit the weekend and it's all raining and muck again, which is not great because we're supposed to be seeing the Pleiades comet shower at the moment and we can't see it because it's all rainy and horrible. But you've got plenty of time to see that. Apparently, it'll be carrying on right through from now through till about the 23rd, if I remember rightly from what I could see. Alrighty, so this reading for the collective for this week from the 16th through to the 22nd of August. The first card that we've got is the Gifts from God. Archangel Sandalphon. We angels bring you gifts from your Creator. Open your arms to receive them. So quite clearly, we are opening up at the moment and the universe is gifting us with many things. It can be, these gifts can be things from a spiritual sense. It can be gifts of like information and knowledge. It can be, all of our the gifts of the synchronicities. It might be numbers. It might be, all those funny little things, the feathers, the moments of having to slow down. Like as I was telling you guys last week with me having that bit of a push from my team, which made me kind of lose my footing and fall over. It's all these are gifts that are coming our way at the moment, and it's really important to take notice of them. This can also be an expansion of your capacities and skills already. So this is exciting, something rather nice. We've got Beloved One, which is Archangel Chamuel. I'm helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship. Now, this one here I actually get is the relationship within you. So your spiritual soulmate, to me, in a lot of ways, it could be, an actual other person. But in this case, I get it's your higher self. It's your relationship to your higher self. And within that, the relationship to you. And so if you're finding yourself feeling like I need to focus a little bit more on me at the moment, or I need to have a bit more time to realign myself. Maybe I'm feeling a little bit out of whack, like poor Edwina's family having the flu. That's a really good sign that there's some stuff that's been coming up that's having to be purged at the moment. And cold and flu is actually one of the ways that upgrades happen. So how exciting for the Edwina's family. So, beloved one, yes, they're helping you with your relationship to yourself this week. Okay, which makes sense in a lot of ways because we are coming into that shadow period of the new moon. So everything is kind of like slowing down to the lower parts of that curve, just being gentle with yourself. With that, and with your while you're looking at your helping you with your own relationship to self, you are being reminded that you are safe. So if you recall this little fella, which is Archangel Michael, he popped up last week, didn't he? And different deck of cards, but same card. And he's protecting you against lower energies and guarding you and your loved ones and home. So when Archangel Michael's popping up, he's like going, hey, you are safe. You're safe within you. And it's okay to feel safe. It's okay to feel safe within your home. It's okay to feel safe within your environment. And if you don't feel safe, then I'm here to help. And it may be a case of helping you by you becoming aware of points of views or belief systems or any energies that you've taken on over your lifetime, and you're ready to let go of them. And you can ask Archangel Michael to help you with that. And also you can just he can also be very, very soft and gentle and wrap you up in, the big arms or the wings and help you feel soothed and calm that way. It's obviously going to be a lot of reflection and introspection work this week. So don't be surprised if you start sort of going, and seeing some correlations, because the last card that we've got is angel therapy. So give your cares and worries to us angels and allow us to take your burdens. And that's Archangel Raphael. So yeah, there's definitely going to be a really big focus this week on just taking care and nurturing yourself and just being gentle with you. And sometimes we have to have, we won't choose that willingly. If we are in a habit of pushing our own requirements to the side, stuff will come up like an illness that will make us have slow time, make us have nurturing time. Our bodies are incredible for doing that. If we are ignoring certain aspects in our lives from like a feminine sense, if we are ignoring the fact that we are angry and in relationship and angry, then you'll have a lot of problems down in the lady areas. If you're ignoring the anger from, like, maybe you're disappointed and angry at yourself, that might be showing up in your heart area, and you might find that you end up really tight-chested. It might be a shortness of breath. If you are ignoring your heart altogether, if you're ignoring your intuition altogether and you're all up in your mind, you'll get a lot of headaches. So those are just 3 simple areas that it's like when people tell me, oh, I've got such a headache. And once you sort of knock off the obvious things like, are you dehydrated? What have you eaten lately or not eaten lately? But mostly the dehydration thing, it's like, okay, so what are you all up in your mind about right now? As opposed to just being in your heart and being into your intuition and nurturing and caring for yourself. So yeah, angel therapy, we're going to be doing a little introspection. Let's have a look at our yummy card. we're going to remember our dreams this week. What are your dreams? What are your goals? What are you working towards? It's all very, very interesting stuff. So there we go. We're going to have a very nice week, I feel. But just be gentle with yourself at the same time. Like, there may be some inner child work stuff that will pop up. There could be some energies of old relationship type stuff that might pop up, as it always does, because that's the way we learn, is through the relationship to us, from ourselves to others, and vice versa. So yeah, keep coming back to your heart. All right, let's have a look at the chat. Amanda watched a pretty cool lightning show last night and exploring around Japan. Oh, very nice. I do love a good storm. And Amanda also says, I felt like I needed to nurture myself more today, so sent Matt out fishing on his own so I could have some me time. I love that. Absolutely love that. I had a really nice nap today. It was really good. I had a heated pillow, a cushion that I've picked up, and yeah, so I was all snuggled into that and just went went to sleep. There we go, Debbie. You can go to sleep now if you want. You managed to get through the collective reading. Oh dear. Oh, that's actually a really good combo with the honey. Alrighty, Melinda. It is your turn. Your turn for your reading. Would you like to pop your question in the chat, please? And I'll figure out which cards you're going to use. Interesting. Okay. Oh, it helped that you weren't long home. That does help. Okay. It's going to be another ready, because I haven't worked with this particular deck very much at all. Monetizing my channel. Now, Debbie, that's interesting. I would love to. However, I don't have enough subscribers over on YouTube yet. And because of the subscriber side, then I don't have enough view time. So that's why people talk about, oh, I've got to get to like 1,000 subs or whatever it is. And so, yeah, that's why the monetizing hasn't happened yet. And also I swear too much. So there we go. That is why that is how it is. That's why we run on donations over here. Whee. Okay. You number one? You're number one. Ooh, I like shuffling these cards. Nice. Yeah, YouTube doesn't like swearing very much, funnily enough. I don't know why. It's just words. I'm not even like, yeah. Anyway, it is what it is. Oh, okay. You want that one and that one. But I'm always curious. I do check in every now and then to see where we're at with all of that sort of stuff over there. Because my viewership has definitely increased over this last 12 months, which is nice. And I definitely have had, I think when I first started this, like back about 3 years ago, I was sitting at, I think, maybe 16 subscribers back then. And now I'm upwards of 90 something. So I feel there's growth. It's just very slow. And I know you're all curious as to which deck I'm using, because this is not one that we pull out too terribly often. So, and it's actually fairly new to me, which Melinda's going to love. Whee. Okay, cool. Okay, that way. Interesting. So what we have, Debbie just said, I noticed some new things on here. Last week, a purple crown and the number turns over when I leave a comment. Very cool. I don't know what any of that means. I should find out. Not a very good YouTuber, am I? Keeping up with all the bits and bobs. So the deck that we are going to be using is the Akashic Tarot. So we have not used this. I don't know that we've even used this one on the show yet. So this is all very, very cool. And let me just jump right in. 146 is the first card. We have the first card, and they are all upright, so that makes life easy. We have the garden with the 5 of roses. So upright, 2 children play in a sunny, lush green garden. A boy shoots a slingshot while a girl next to him watches a butterfly in the flowers with a magnifying glass. Oops. If children aren't a part of your life already, this card could show their arrival. It could also indicate that your children, even adult children, could become more of a focus for you. They may have some concerns of their own, but even so, opportunities for things to mend come easily right now. There also may be real change and benefit for one of your children who has made a special effort recently. This is a very advantageous time for the children around you. Enjoy it and help them enjoy it too. So, special note, whether upright or reversed, you can look to the adjacent card, which is the one where the boy is shooting and the girl is looking to get more of insight around the children around you and their issues. Okay, cool. Which is handy because that's the next card. So, as it said, it's all very light and playful and fun. That's just such a very sweet card. I'm going to keep reading over the book ones first. Yes, I know. This is why I'm laughing, because this tarot deck actually came from Melinda. And it's so funny of the time. It's been such a while since you've had a reading, and now you're having one. And it's one of your old decks who's now with me saying hi. This one here is the 1 of Roses, which is commitment. And like I said, it was upright. Roses are scattered around a contract on a brightly lit desk. When this card appears upright, it means a valuable union is at hand. A romantic commitment may be coming your way, or perhaps a love from your past is returning to you. A business commitment may be forthcoming, such as an offer of a promotion or a new job, or the opportunity to form a partnership or create a new business venture. This card could also indicate a signing of other types of papers, including sale or purchase of a house or the beginning of a new investment. Either way, the card is filled with light and it indicates good results are in the offering. As with many cards, part of the meaning refers to you. It is a reminder to be conscious of your commitment to yourself. If you want others to put you first or to help bring happiness to your life, then you must commit to do the same. Your self-honoring choices will set the groundwork for all your partnerships to thrive. So this is very, very exciting. And when we place the garden and the commitment cards together, what you're seeing is like there's a childlike energy of looking forward to the future, to looking forward to the commitment, looking forward to the possibility of a slight job change or given permanent, like maybe becoming part-time permanent part-time, get that around the right way, those sorts of things. But let's see what the rest of this reading is going to be talking about. Your third card is the Two of Roses. Now, I did not shuffle these like as in, and I didn't just pull them out one after the other. I pulled one, I shuffled. I pulled one, pulled another one, I shuffled. I pulled another one. Because that's how I do my shuffling of tarot. Winged messengers. So a white dove carries a message in his beak and flies high above a table laid out for tea. One of the cups has fallen over and there are broken pieces of china on the table. Can we see that? Maybe not so well. Anyway. Below the dove, a hawk flies into the scene with a message in its beak. This card indicates a small conflict in your home or family. It could involve you or another or others in your extended family. There could be money issues about the home, an inheritance, or personal finances. A dove brings a message from your spirit, a call to see this little drama through your higher mind and compassionate heart. You may feel compelled to be the peacemaker or provider in this situation. Let yourself do as spirit guides you. The hawk, a predator, shows that there are times when you might have a tendency to be pulled into the fray yourself. With the hawk entering from the right, it certainly indicates that more challenges may be coming your way. Happily, your spirit is high above those challenges so you can see them clearly and deal with them effectively. So, interesting. I wonder what these next two cards are going to give us information about this one, because I feel like that's where this one is heading. It's almost, I don't get that there's necessarily family issues. This one feels more slightly work related, even though so did the previous one with the contract thing. It's almost like there's a bit of a reshuffle going to be happening with work. And as long as you don't get caught up in everybody else's or a certain other people's like trauma drama around it, that there'll be some good stuff happening for you. But it's just kind of like keep it under your hat almost, and keep the lightness coming through. Ooh, wow. So we've got some, so those are some minor arcanas. So let's have a look at the majors now. Because this first card of the majors gives you an indication of what's happening, which is birth. So the sun shines upon a plain in England where stands an ancient hedge in the distance and a grove of birch trees nearby. Upon many of the trees is carved the old Celtic Ongum letter Buith, which represents a birch tree and stands for birth. A beautiful woman walks forward carrying a basket while 2 children run happily toward her. With this card, it is time for a new start, perhaps an actual birth or at least a metaphorical one. An old phase is passing away and a new one begins. But even this new beginning has its roots in your deepest histories and past lives. There may be some labor involved, but it's labor that bears fruit. This card is associated with fertility, sensuality, and motherhood. There may be new energy in romance, the family, or the home. You may be giving birth to a creative project too. Whatever it is, celebrate. Prepare for the wonderful growth and opportunities that are about to come. So we've got a really interesting mixed bag with this one. It's like it's almost like joyful with the garden, and then it's like kind of a serious moment, and then a little bit more sort of like possibly positive, but maybe with a slight bit of disruption with the third one with the winged messages, and just the knowledge that as long as you keep yourself peaceful, you'll be okay. Then this fourth card is to do with opening up in projects and being willing to be brave. That's what I sense with this one, is the mixture of being brave. And because, of course, as you know, when you give birth, it's a very scary thing, especially when you're doing it for the first time and all of that. And so there is, and that's the same as if you're going to birth a project or anything, it is scary. And so you have to be brave. And there might be moments where you don't feel particularly brave doing these things, but that's what it's coming through. So if there is, like I said, that moment at work, which I feel like this is more to do with, where there's some reshuffling, be brave and trust in the process, knowing that there is a contract coming for you. Now, whether it is with your current workplace, it does feel more positive for that. Truth, is it that, or is it another place? Yeah, no, it does. It feels more like your current workplace. So yeah, interesting times. Let's have a look at your last card, which is number 7. Interesting. We have a fated meeting. A clock tower stands with its hands pointing to just a few minutes before 12. A man and a woman approach each other, coming to meet for the time that was predetermined by their higher selves, who are shown above them, translucent and shining. With this card, you're coming to a very important relationship in your life. Either it is entirely new or an existing relationship is being lifted to a much higher experience. Karma from past lives may have brought you two together, so it's important for both of you to stay alert. Keep your individual and collective growth a priority and act with deference and compassion to yourselves and with each other. If you both honor your karmic course, this could be one of the highest relationships you can know. This card can also show a fated meeting with another about a work situation, a creative project, or an important purpose that you hold. This too is likely karmic. Perhaps it's past life publisher, a spiritual teacher, a brother, a sister. Whoever it is, it's a powerful and promising relationship. So get ready. It's almost time. Okay. So I get a hell of a lot of real brightness around the work stuff. There's, like I said, it just feels that's the theme of this. It's like there's kind of like this little and a little bit of tension there. And it's like, it's like your team is saying, hey, just relax. You'll be fine. Everything's going to work out okay. Don't get caught up in the BS. Don't get caught up in the trauma drama, because that's what people naturally want to do. And keep yourself very steady and calm, playful. Keep being playful. Keep being light and bright. Okay? Very important. All right, we've got guidance is the card that has come out. So with that one, we know what that means. It means keep listening to your team. And with that, I'm actually hearing trust more so the messages that you get directly rather than indirectly is the other message that I'm hearing there. So if people in your workplace or whatever are doing the gossipy thing, don't get caught up in it. Trust from the horse's mouth, as they say, rather than indirectly. Interesting reading for you, my dear. But yeah, playfulness. I thought it was lovely that the garden came out, and I know how much you've been doing in your garden lately too. So keep being playful there too. Interesting times. I think I need to spend more time on these cards too, like just enjoying them, working with them. Thank you, Melinda. Thank you for your very generous donation. I'm so grateful for you and grateful for your continued support and with you showing up each week. And, it's just such a pleasure to have you here. One of my very foundational Find You Fridays crew members. So grateful for you. Good morning, Paul, over in YouTube land. Apparently you're off to the next concert, which is going to go see Alice Cooper. I didn't even know Alice Cooper was still alive, to be fair. Can't wait. Love it first time seeing him. Yay! Paul said it was just my birthday on Wednesday, the big 6-0. Wow! The family got me a Disneyland Christmas for this year. Can't wait. Love it. Man, you are traveling all around. Well done, Paul. I love it for you. That's fantastic. I'm glad you found it funny that I had no idea Alice Cooper was still alive. When so many of them have passed on, it's like, how do you keep up? Oh, dear. Amanda, my sweet, it is your turn. What is your question? Oh, dear. Who wants to play with Amanda? Cool. Have I ever seen Alice Cooper? No. He wasn't really in my music box when I was growing up. I had other types of music in my music box. I didn't kind of get into the more heavier stuff till probably my 20s. And even then it wasn't stuff like Alice Cooper. So these days I would say I'm more of an alternative type listener. An alternative, and I enjoy a lot of different stuff, but unfortunately not Alice Cooper. I don't have anything particularly against him. Like, it's just not really in my, if you look at my Spotify playlist, I don't think I've got any Alice Coopers in there. I do like a big range of music though. I've been getting into, so in my late teens, early 20s, there was a bit of techno. I loved a bit of techno. And I find some of the stuff that is coming through at the moment in my world in the sort of realms of like 8D type music is sort of reminds me a little bit of techno too, which kind of soothes my soul. But I do like a little bit of like hard rock, heavy metal, a little bit of country. Definitely 80s, 90s music is my jam mostly. But then I love stuff from the 60s and the 70s too. I grew up on things like Dr. Hook and ABBA and Crystal Gale and Charlie Pride and Richard Clayderman, and I grew up on all of that too. So I used to say pretty much the only type of music that I really don't like is, because it's easier for me to say what I don't like than what I do like, is gangster rap and thrash metal. That's probably the only two, like screamer type thrash metal. I find that to be very hard. Even really complicated metal like Meshuggah is very, very hard for me because I have a background in music, so I sit there and try to analyze it rather than just enjoy it. And I used to call Meshuggah like headache music, because it was just like I'd be just trying to, like I said, analyze it rather than enjoy it. So, oh, what's that? So I like lots of different stuff. Amanda, you've got the Shaman's Dream Oracle. That's the cards going flying. We actually had tonight a Fleetwood Mac tribute band playing here in Adelaide, and I was like, oh, I so wanted to go, but it's tonight, and you guys take precedence. Because I'd much rather be here with you guys than at a pub. Mm-hmm. Your guys' peaceful energy works better for me. I might just have to play some Fleetwood Mac tomorrow. Have myself a little dance party. Oh, there's still one more coming. I just got to find it. What music do you all like to listen to, my friends? We know what Paul likes to listen to. There we go. Fine, found it. Ooh. as you guys know, like, we do get to play with these cards fairly often, but it's always exciting when a new card pops out, because it's like, oh gosh, these are just such phenomenal cards. I'm really, really, really grateful that I have them, you know. And because I haven't worked with them for very long, well, just with you guys and myself, I only had them, 8 months, 9 months. So first card we've got for you, Amanda, is the Eyes of the Eagle, which is protection, inherent trust, and rising above the fray. The Eyes of the Eagle offers you the gift of foresight, the skill of looking ahead to see the unfolding of destiny before it all manifests as reality. The eagle's extraordinary vision allows it to spot the tiny mouse from its lofty perspective as it flies thousands of feet into the atmosphere. In a similar fashion, you too can train your keen eye to discern the workings of humans. Eyes of the Eagle is an invitation to witness the good, the bad, the ugly, and the beautiful. Isn't that funny? Because that's what I say. Be bold, be brave, be you. The good, the bad, the ugly, and the awesome. Yet react to nothing by being expanded out. See? Act only to further your noblest calling. The eagle flies above all creatures. When it meets obstacles, it simply rises above them. Know that you are protected. You can fly high above the judgment, slings and arrows and the darts of envy from others who may not have your great wings and are still arguing with the pigeons over crumbs. Trust that you are ready for whatever fortune has placed before you, even if you feel not yet properly equipped to meet its challenges. Your willingness to say yes to spirit has nothing to do with how well outfitted you are. Hesitating, on the other hand, will suck the air from under your wings and make you lose altitude. You are called now to trust your heart and your instincts and to move fearlessly and not waver. The time is right, and no harm can come your way if your motives are pure and you act courageously. Whoa, this is such a cool card. So here's the thing about creating. When you have creations and you put them out into the world, especially at the beginning, people are going to judge them, regardless of whether it's true or not. They will judge them. And the most popular people out there will be judged. And this is why I teach things like, or I bring it in every single week, the expanding out tool, at least the expanding out tool, to remind you guys every single week, keep using this tool, because it'll help you fly like an eagle, as opposed to being caught up in the pigeons and scrapping for crumbs. I love that analogy. So keep going, keep flying, and ignore the negative, the people who are envious of you and your creations, your life, the way you're doing things. Like, it doesn't matter. None of that matters. You choosing what works for you and your health, happiness and your peace and your ability to be creative and nurturing. Yes, that's what's important. Okay. Oh, this next one. I've not seen this next one before. We have, is it any different at the top? No, not really. So we have repairing the veil, forgiveness, making amends, recognition of our unity. Between us all is a thin veil, appearing to be a space that separates us. We look through this veil and believe ourselves to be distinct from each other. We assume that our thoughts and our feelings are our own. We see bodies and objects and the spaces between them. So we engage the world in relationships between duality of us and them. This veil serves as a mysterious illusion, making it so hard to believe in our inherent connection and unity. We can't always remember that what we do to someone else, we at the same time do to ourselves. When we claw at the veil out of fear, anger, jealousy, or resentment, manipulate each other, misuse our power, or allow someone's actions to diminish us, we create a world felt by many, not just those of us in the smaller direct relationship. Now is the time to examine where your actions have caused difficulty or harm to someone else, and also where you have been the recipient of harm. Regardless of what side you are on, it is important to take responsibility for healing this rift by bringing love, compassion, deep listening, and presence to whatever is not in harmony. Do this for you and for your own liberty. As you become an unwitting hostage, once you become the role of perpetrator or victim, both positions of weaknesses. So let go of all of your resentments, know your part in the dynamic, and make appropriate amendments with that newfound wisdom and understanding. Healing, forgiveness, and mending what is broken in your world is such a sweet, much-needed declaration of freedom. So there's some energy there. Take note, Amanda, of your throat. Take note of where you've got some words stuck there. Family. No, not friends. Exes. There's some forgiveness work for you to do around that. Okay. So have a look and see if there's any other little resentments, any other little judgments that is coming from you that is like stopping you, and it's sitting in your throat, and it's stopping you from being able to really see how we're all connected. It's kind of, I know when I first looked at that concept of we are all connected, and then I was thinking about people in the past that have really hurt me. And it's like, I'd taken that step to acknowledge, of course, my part to play in those particular relationships. But I was like, I'm still connected to them energetically. Oh, man. And that's when I realized, like, all those little judgments and stuff that we have, even something like what I just said, oh man, what it's doing is actually pulling at that little bit of energy away from us and going towards them. It's draining just a little bit. But if you have that moment of going, okay, if all the people who have come into my life have come in for a reason, whether it be for a season or a lifetime, every single one of them have come into my world, creating this big, beautiful, rich tapestry. And not one of those particular threads, if we're going along with the tapestry analogy, not one of those threads is less important than any others, because they all hold everything together. Then the forgiveness part is kind of like, it's kind of like the stretching of the fabric over the canvas so that you can admire that entire picture. It's the smoothing out of the wrinkles, you know. And the forgiveness part makes it possible for you to step back from that one little thread and see the picture as a whole and go, that's what that was about. I see the link now. So there's some forgiveness work for you to do, particularly stuff where you felt like, or relationships where you felt like you couldn't speak up. Now, your process might actually happen through your writing. And these will be possibly things you may or may not share with other people. But through that process, with each of those people that you're already aware of, and I know you're aware of them, make sure you incorporate forgiveness into that process in there. Okay. Let's have a look at the next one. Now, I know I've seen this one before. It's just from the start of it, I can see that it's right in line with the previous one. 22, which is Fool's Embrace, transmuting pain, allowing life to love you, the experience of Bothland. The pain of life is sometimes unbearable. When we're in it, we think that pain, that loss, that betrayal will always be woven through our continuity of existence. We're kept hostage by the way we identify with the pain and what we make it mean. If we let it, it becomes etched onto us like a tattoo. No matter where on the spectrum of pain you find yourself now, whether it be mild disappointment or searing loss, it's time to make peace with it. Befriend it rather than resisting it, running from it or judging it as bad or unfair or hostile. Can you see the gift that is here? Surrender to the fool's embrace, allowing the truth to envelop you, in love and compassion. What if you could learn something amazing from this? What is truly yours will not pass you by. Something better and perfect for you is waiting elsewhere. If you could come to terms with the liberation and freedom inherent in loss, your broken heart might open you up to a greater sense of humanity and compassion. As in the narrative of Tarot, the Fool will be at the beginning of your life's adventure, and at the end when you've integrated all the wisdom you've accumulated along your journey. He will never let you down or lie to you. He will, however, teach you how to revel in both the beauty and desperation of life, both/and. This and that will always be true. Remember, the pearl can't be created without the gritty sand causing discomfort and acting as a catalyst in the oyster. Your pearl is discovered in the radical acceptance that everything has value. All is well now and will be well. Remember that today, as you feel the fool's embrace. So again, we're coming up with that transmuting of pain and stuff, which is right in alignment with this repairing the veil as well. Okay. And it's seeing everything again as that big, beautiful, rich tapestry. Oh, Amanda, forgiveness towards yourself. Yeah, absolutely. So often I was actually asked a question today of like when relationships have broken up or ended, do I mostly blame myself? Do I mostly blame the other person? Or did I not know? And I was like, well, I kind of sit in the middle of rather not blaming either of us, but more about taking responsibility and making sure that I'm aware that I don't have to take responsibility for everything, but I do absolutely have a part to play. So it's interesting when you start looking at things. Paul, just the reason why I giggled is Paul said, I was told by my spirit guides to go check out Lorene Hughes, look her up, and I did, and here I am. Well, thank you, Paul. I have wondered from time to time how the hell you found me, because I don't know. But you're a bright little spark in the sunshine. All right, 49 is skywriting. The fates that which we cannot change, non-judgment. It is written in the sky that you have a destiny. You are being invited to explore certain aspects of life unique to you and you alone. That does not mean that your path will be easy, paved with gold and littered with diamonds, nor does this predict that your journey will be treacherous. It is just your path, with parts that cannot be changed and must be radically accepted as they are. In this way, whatever you are faced with, every single aspect of your life is perfect in its imperfection. Not good or bad, neither inflow nor blocked, nor this nor that. See your life as a series of opportunities rather than an obstacle course. Once you master the skill of non-judgment, you open the power of curiosity, unencumbered by the burdens of yesterday's fear. As you look ahead into the potential future, yes, you still need to be brave, and right now you are facing a critical moment in time with an opportunity to meet your fate. A choice point where you expand your influence and your capacity for abundance, love, and purposeful action. Now is the moment to leap on it, whether it has a heart connection, a call to creativity, or a new identity in your work or other area of life. With all heart and soul, your success is surely written in the stars. In order to bring your destiny to fruition, you must jump into the adventure with both feet and do your part. So the biggest thing with this one when I was reading this out, wow, that looks like a dragon. I never noticed that before. Check it out. Just the clouds, they look like a dragon. Huh. Anyway, maybe I'm just seeing dragons because I'm working on my new dragon book at the moment. So with this one, what I'm seeing really is, and what stood out for me was not letting your past fears, which is again related to the previous two cards and even the first card of flying above all the judgments and stuff like that. And then doing that forgiveness work, forgiving yourself, forgiving those who have created harm in your world. And this again is saying the same thing. It's like this, all of those moments though, again, have gotten you to where you are today. And that's a beautiful thing. So the longer that we hold the bad and the ugly elements of that stuff, the harder it will be for you to reduce the fear in your world. So things like when you come up against a fear and it's like, oh, I'm afraid to do X, Y, Z. Where has that fear come from? Who have you adopted it from? Because you probably didn't have that when you came into this world. And if you did, it's from another lifetime. So that's where this interesting like self-reflection work comes in. So this is about moving that your team is very, very determined to say, look, you've got to do some of this healing work. You've got to do some reflective work. You've got to start dropping some of these things that are still holding you back from really succeeding in doing your creativeness so that you can fly. 3. I don't know that we've seen this one either. I don't recall it, but I like it a lot. It's a male fairy. Okay. Not sure if you guys can see his wings. You can see them really clearly over here. He's playing with a pond and some magic. Stranger, the other. Moving past fear. Yep. Fear of differences, curiosity, and acceptance. The stranger moves through the wood in a shroud of darkness that often elicits fear, rejection, and uncertainty. as the danger of the unknown defies its very presence. Yes, there is a veil of separation between you. How funny. This is kind of like the conclusion of all the cards coming together. Look closer and summon the courage to remain open to what you might find. You may be conditioned to look only for what mirrors what is safe and known to you, refusing to entertain any concept of other beyond something to fear. In order to broaden your world and your experience of it, you must refute the illusion that sameness is the only way. Nothing you expect externally matches up with the other, and you're challenged by your own inexperience. But don't miss this opportunity for learning. Something extraordinary is being offered to you now if you remain curious and teachable. Allow the newness to develop you as you explore their possibilities. This is a departure from your expectations, but the stranger has come to invite you to a dance in a new music, a new tempo, a new sensation that will add more dimension to you and what you create as a result. Now is the time to leave room for other points of view, other ways of seeing with humility and grace. This is a defining moment. Take the risk. Life is like a precious diamond with many facets, not just one. Fantastic. That was a very nice summary of all the other cards. I feel this has a lot to do with about myself. I judge myself or forgive myself. I told my mum that I would be who I am without my past because she didn't understand why I still talk with my dad. But all the things I judge myself about, all my fears are from other people's stories. And you haven't forgiven yourself. Yeah. I get that. I absolutely get that. And the thing with that, what you're saying about that thing with your mum and your dad, is she's trying to project her pain onto you too. And that's where the eagle's coming in. Like, you can't be doing that. You can't be, allowing her stuff to bring you down, to suck the air out of your wings. If it makes you feel lighter and brighter and adds to your peace and your calmness to be in communication with your dad, then be in communication with your dad. Just don't maybe talk about it with your mum. It's all good. How weird. You got dream come up again. So that was in the collective reading too. So what are your dreams? What are your goals? What are you fighting? What little barriers and blocks have you put in your way that is stopping you from embracing your dreams and going for it? What stranger do you require to welcome in so that you will actually be able to follow your dreams? Interesting. And Paul, oh yes, of course. Boy, George is cool. Bye. Hope you have a great day at work. So yeah, Amanda, thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your team. So grateful for you. And yeah, you wouldn't be who you are if it wasn't for everything, including your mum and your dad and all the other little threads that have helped to create you. And forgiving of yourself is going to be crucial this week. So take the time to do it. Okay. That's going to be some inner child work for you. I get that. And just be aware of, not just be aware, but the honouring of the pain point, and take that time to come back to your heart, work it in. And like I said, I think also you'll be able to do a lot of that through your writing. You'll actually be able to do a lot of work through that. It feels really healing for you to write this stuff down. And also working in the forgiveness part of that too. Even if, I see energy moving. Even if it's a case of the stuff you couldn't express before is written down, and then you take that, you put that on your heart, and you go, and now I forgive you. You know, and just love it. Love that harshness. Love the words that are so hard to express, especially when you're young. Family shit. I love it. He said, I'm doing, and you're right, it is coming through my writing. Yay. I love that. Love it, love it. Ooh. Got too eager on my tea. Tried to spill. But I got it. All right. Let me have a look and see what other ding-a-ling-a-ling has been happening over here. Oh, Tony. Thank you. You're up now, Tony. Oh, what is your question, my dear? Okay, you find the cards that wish to play with Tony. Just as a point of interest, at the point when we were talking about pain and forgiveness, Paul put in the chat, he was talking about Boy George, and then he put the title of "Do You Really Want to Hurt Me?" Oh, I'm like, that's very, very well timed. Well done. Well done. Love it. I love it, love it, love it. Guess what, guys? Tonight is episode 49. So we've got 49, 50, 51 come in the start of September. The first week of September will be episode 52, which makes it the official end of season 3 of Find You Fridays. Because I do 52 episodes per season. So, yay. Exciting. Might have to do a bit of a giveaway or something, I think. Ooh, which reminds me, let me just go and have a look at something first before I say too much more. I need to jump over here. Just 1 second, Rooney. Where are you? YouTube. There we go. So, for those of you who were here for the Lionsgate, which was last Friday. You may or may not know that I released it as its own individual meditation. And excuse me. So let me just double check. I've also released, it is coming out tomorrow. I've scheduled it for tomorrow. If you want to have a look at or a revisit of the gift of clear foresight, and that was working with the fairies, that meditation will be released tomorrow morning, Adelaide time. It is scheduled. So over there in the podcast section of the YouTube channel, meditations playlist, it is there. So there's actually a few little meditations, and my intention is to do a lot more of our meditations so that you guys can watch them, and it can be something fun for you guys to enjoy. So there we go. I've just shared that link of that playlist for the meditations over on the YouTube. Yeah, just play Fleetwood Mac in the background. That'll be a party. So yeah, have a look at that meditation playlist. Like I said, tomorrow morning sometime, I can't remember exactly what time I scheduled it for. Hang on, I'll probably have a look. 8 a.m. Adelaide time. It is indeed. So yeah, there's that for you guys. That will be coming out on tomorrow morning. And my intention is to do a lot more of them moving forward. Just snipping them out, putting them off over there so that they can be found later as well. Okay. Oh, hi, Nicole. You snuck in there while I was not looking. Just coming on here to say a big hello to you and everyone else, and I'm going to bed now. So good night. Good night, Nicole. You're very sweet. Thank you. Alrighty. Miss Tony, let us have a look. Okay. There's your team. Thank you. You made my back click. I like that. That feels cute. And of course, if you do happen to pop over into the YouTube channel, you know what, guys, I don't ask for this. But if you do happen to, it would be so cool if you haven't just subscribed. If you did, that would be awesome. But only if, you know, give things a like and all that sort of stuff. But only if you think it deserves it. Because at the end of the day, I wish to have my community continue to be genuine. And that's the way I like it. Yes, I do like me a bit of Fleetwood Mac. Do you have any particular favourite song, Amanda? One of the other bands that I really enjoy is The Cause. I don't hear about The Cause very often because they changed their name. Oh, no, that was the Dixie Chicks, changed their name to just the Chicks. No, The Cause. I've got a lot of their albums, actually. And one of my favorite songs from The Cause, because I actually got it from The Cause first, but then I found out it's also from Fleetwood Mac, is Landslide. It's one of my favorite songs. Tony. There's a lot of stuck energy around you at the moment. And that's why it's showing up in this bracelets thing. It just, as I tap in, what I'm feeling is like a lot of very thick, stuck, just yeah. Some of it is medication based energy stuff, whereby your medication that you're on is because you're, how do I put this? So your energetic boundaries are low. And because your energetic boundaries are low, you've welcomed in or been, you have, it's like, there's some energies that have come in and stayed in your space that are creating a lot of stuck, thick energy around you. And it's, so with that, you've got to create some different energy from within you. You've got to find that spark within you and become the master of your reality rather than feeling like you're at the effect of your reality. Okay. And if you wish to turn that into more feminine terms, become the goddess of your reality rather than the pawn or the servant. Okay. So it's more of a demand of you to go, get the fuck out of my room now, and just be that energy and just go, right? And because you're not being that, because you're trying to keep the peace, you're trying to not lose your shit, you're trying not to be angry, you're trying to, you're trying to do all that stuff. What that's doing is actually pulling the energy, your energy you've contracted in so much so that your boundaries have gone to shit. Okay. So I'm seeing that you kind of, you're kind of getting it. I showed you that so that you can feel that energy and kind of hopefully use that as a little bit of inspiration. I haven't even looked at the cards yet. I'm just going by what I'm feeling through my body as to where you're at right now, and why things are not moving. And things are not moving because you're contracted, you're stuck, the energy is thick around you, your boundaries are low, and your spark within you is not bright enough right now. So because your spark's not bright enough within you, you're not feeling safe, you're not feeling settled within yourself. And so therefore, even if you did all the best marketing in the world, that flow of energy can't get out. People, it's not attractive for people because they're not seeing that. They're not seeing that energy, the brightness from you. Okay. Cool. All right. The next, let's have a look at these actual cards. Stand up for your beliefs. It's time. So the time to act is now. So what do you believe in? And I know you've got lots of tools, so start using them. But be more pragmatic with them. Be more determined with them. And if it's a simple thing, sometimes the most simplest thing that we would ask for, which is to have a life of peace and ease, is not actually the most simplest thing. Because to do that, we actually have to create peace and ease within ourselves first. And to get to that point, we've got to do the horrible, yucky work to get there. We've got to do the decluttering of our head and our hearts to get to that life of peace and ease. And it's like, oh, for fuck's sake, why does this have to be so hard? Right? And that's when a lot of people give up. So I say, cool, well done that you've done the bracelets, that you are trying to get out there and market them, and that you are trying to do the things. Now you're going to have to look at it from a different perspective. We're coming back to your heart and heart energy, your goddess space. Okay? It's not about the push right now. It's about your business is asking for you to receive. Okay? I blew them up, said to them, when my door is closed and I have a sign on the door, look at it and use it. Good. They'll get the point. You're going to have to. You got to be the boss of your space. It's your only space. You pay to live there. Be the boss of your space. Enhance your intimate relationships. Deeper connections await. So again, what I'm seeing with this is it's coming back to you. It's coming back to the deep connection that you are requiring with yourself and your being. And I'm feeling a lot of disconnection at the moment. So not only are you contracted, you're disconnected. And it's like, it's just not flowing very well. Like if I was to do the connection exercise that I do in like my online sessions and stuff with you right now, there'd be lots of blocks. And when there's lots of blocks, it's difficult for money to come in. It's difficult for your creations to get out. It's difficult for people to come in to see you. It's difficult for you to get out. It's difficult for you to make connections outside. Okay? So just be aware of that. Anger, I actually don't have a problem necessarily with anger when it's used in a way that's helpful. Because sometimes, you do have to be forceful and angry to be able to get your point across. Because some people are just stupid. They're so blocked off that they forget that even other people's feelings are a thing. So, yes, anger can be very useful. It's a very forward-moving energy in a lot of ways. So, anger is not necessarily a problem. So, but what I was talking about before with the energy, the stuck energy and stuff, that's to do with the more spiritual-based energies. Dimensional-based energies that are coming into your space. Act with courage. Let your legs guide you. So this is about trusting the process and knowing that you have the power, the potency, the That was funny, Amanda. Trust the power and the potency of the process. Okay. You have done a lot of work. You've got a lot of tools. Okay. Now you've got to have the courage to use them. And given your situation, it's like they're saying, let your legs guide you. So let your team allow them to be your legs. Okay. Which also takes courage, because you've got to let go of control just a little bit. Okay. Letting go of control is the difference between being in your masculine and being in your feminine. Because you can have control but not be controlling. Two very different things. And this is where the feminine comes in. Learn to nurture yourself. Become the love that you deserve, is what this card says. So again, it's coming back to that space of being really loving within you, gentle within you, so that you can actually find that peace and calm within yourself. Part of that is going to be about doing some decluttering of energies in your space, because they are thick and they are causing you to get even more angrier than what is necessary. And because of that low level anger, what's happening is that that's fucking up your flows with the business as well. Okay. Gotta do some clearing. Clearly, the collective reading was for you all, because our yummy card has once again popped out as dreams. That's the third time tonight it's popped out. So, what are your dreams? What do you wish to bring into your life? What are you desiring? What do you really, really, really wish for? And how would that feel? What would it taste like? What would it smell like? What would it look like? Yeah, all the stuff. So yeah, thank you, Tony, for your very kind donation. Your team has very clearly identified what is going on with the business, and so it's up to you as to how you're going to move through that. Like, I don't know if you know any room clearing tools. I do. I have a few different types of room clearing tools. Some of them are just verbal. Some things like Palo Santo. Some people use sage. I don't use sage. I use Palo if I'm using stuff that's not words. Some people use Reiki. Reiki is very powerful and very potent on its own. And of course, I know you can't burn stuff where you are. So, like, if you haven't done any Reiki on your room, done a Reiki clearing on your room, it might be time. Make sure you do it on your windows. Do it, do it all the things. Is it your birthday? Not till April. My birthday's not till April. So yeah. Oh, the 50th. That was Thank you. Before I continue on with that, thank you, Tony, for your beautiful donation. I'm so grateful for you and your continued support of Find You Fridays and getting out there and enjoying this time with us together. You know, I love it that I have a space that you're able to tap into as well, which is nice and yummy for you. So no, I mentioned that tonight is our 49th episode of episode 3. So next week will be 50 for season 3. Sorry, yeah. So that's what the happy 50th was about. But I was like, I'm not 50 yet. Technically, I'll be like 154. Yeah, 154 because we've been doing it for 3 seasons. So yay! I know you've decluttered, but this is about energetic decluttering. Dude, have you done your level 2s in Reiki? If you've done your level 2s in Reiki, you can Reiki clear your room. All you have to do is do your symbols. If you've done level 2, you're fine. All right. We are going to play with the poetry book. So, get rid of that. Yay. All right. I love my gratitude book. So for those of you who may be just quietly watching away in the background, my gratitude book, poetry book was something that was created. It's got over 25 years worth of poems in here. My poems were never for anybody else to see, and it was only because my spirit team got very, 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 very insistent that I even started writing them out, typing them out, putting them into a form which could be then published. And it wasn't until it was in this form that we realized that, or I realized, because my team already bloody knew because they were the ones creating it, that it was actually an intuitive poetry book. And I don't often go into the fuller story of how all of that happened, but safe to say, it's never been wrong yet. And this beautiful poetry book has even saved someone's life. Pretty big statement, but it was very humbling and just made me cry tears of joy when that person sent me the message to tell me that. So it's gone to a person who writes songs. I don't know if they've used my book for anything, but they were actually my postie. So that was pretty cool. That was a few years ago now. So we will do the expanding out exercise first, and then we'll grab a poem from the poetry book and have some fun. All right. So close your eyes now. Take a big, deep breath right down to the bottom of your belly. Breathing out. All the way out. Just let your shoulders drop. Let your arms relax. Breathing in, bringing Mother Earth energy all the way up through your body. Breathing out, bringing Father Sky energy all the way down. Bringing Mother Earth and the unconditional love all the way up. Bringing Father Sky and the gratitude for everything and everyone all the way down. Now becoming aware of your body. Become aware of your heart. Become aware of your shoulders, your arms, your legs, your belly, your back, all the way down to your feet, your toes. Become aware of your neck and your throat, all the way up through the crown. And now expanding out your awareness in a big bubble all around you, up into the sky and down into the earth, bigger than the building that you're in. Expanding out your awareness bubble greater than the size of the country that you're on, greater than the planet. Expanding out your awareness greater than the solar system. Expanding out your awareness greater than the galaxies, greater than the universes. Now focusing on your body once more, keeping your awareness nice and expanded out. You're going to expand out your sense of allowance in a big bubble all around you. And your sense of allowance will take you from being a tight, contracted little pebble at the bottom of the raging river of everybody else's thoughts, feelings, and emotions, where you feel like you're at the effect of everybody else's stuff, and you're feeling bashed and trashed, and like you have no say, and you have no choice. It makes you become like a big, fluffy cloud. And that big, beautiful, white, fluffy cloud gets to float on up to that river and sort of observe it from above, and can see that raging river of everybody else's thoughts, feelings, and emotions, and can see it for exactly what it is. Rather than something to resist and react to, you can see it. It's just energy. And now you have the ultimate choice as whether you contribute to that energy or whether you just float on by. That's the gift of expanding out your allowance. So now expanding out your allowance greater than your body, greater than the building that you're in. Expanding out your allowance greater than the country that you're on, greater than the planet, greater than the solar system, greater than the galaxies, greater than the universes. And now expanding out your allowance beyond your awareness. Now today we're going to revisit that beautiful, fun thing that we did a few weeks ago. In this moment, have a question in your mind. And when you've got that question in your mind and it's nice and clear, ask yourself that question 3 times. And now, what number between 1 and 88, how could I forget? 1 and 88 is relating to that question. Okay. Cool. So if you'd like to put your question in the chat too, that would be helpful. Did you have your question, Melinda? Thank you. Cool. Will I find a yummy divine male partner soon, please? So 48 is your number, and it is my pledge. As another day draws to a close, you're near me, telling me that you love me, reassuring me that you'll never leave for something minute. And one day, I hope I'll believe that when that day comes, that I'll be ready to commit to you forever. So I would say yes, he's coming. And when he does, he'll be this next one for you is definitely the one that'll be just like, yeah, you are my person. And it'll be, they'll reassure you, they'll make you feel safe, they'll be sitting with you in a place of absolute divine yumminess for you. So let me see if I can tune in as the rain starts pouring down again. Okay. I just quickly did a little check and they're saying 18 months. However, there's something you can do that will help bring them in a bit quicker. I keep organizing your space. Because they're going to need, it's almost like there has to be the space for them to come in. And it's not to say that they're going to live with you or anything like that. It's more about just clearing energetic space. But to clear the energetic space, you've got to clear the physical space. Does that make sense? Yeah. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. Tony, what tools can I use to help me? Interesting question. And you got the perfect one. No, I've got actual rain happening out there at the moment. So 79 was yours. So life, in this life, to love and be happy, to encourage joy and peace, to be strong even in the face of despair and distrust, to remain strong while being pushed down, to smile and appreciate good deeds and people, to pass on positive thoughts and to live with complete enjoyment. And I'm going to read the bit at the bottom because I think this will actually be very clear. A reflective piece written while being a Lifeline telephone counsellor on night duty. So much hurt and loss and confusion from the callers, and I took great pleasure in being able to create a space where they could feel a bit more positive and happy by the time the call finished. Okay, so you want to know what will help you? You have to find that place inside of you where you feel safe enough, where you feel peaceful enough, where you feel happy enough. And you have to keep bringing that in. And when you do, it will feel really strange. It will feel, because I don't know that you've really felt a hell of a lot of peace, like that level of peace in your life. So when you do find it and you get there, it won't matter what's going on around you, because you'll be able to just be like, I'm not letting that touch my peace. It's so much easier. So this is very much adding to all that stuff around your business stuff, saying exactly the same thing. So, so like it said, to love and be happy, to encourage joy and peace, to be strong, even in the face of despair and distrust, to remain strong while being pushed down, to smile and appreciate good deeds in people, to pass on positive thoughts, and to live with complete enjoyment. Like all of that, it's to do with coming from your heart rather than your head, rather than the push of the masculine. It's about receiving and finding those joyous moments wherever you are. Okay? So maybe that is part of your life purpose. Maybe that's your thing. Maybe that's why you are where you are, because if you can find your inner peace in that situation, if you can find that for yourself, you'll never ever have to repeat this again in any lifetime. Wow, that's massive. Like I was telling you guys about the palliative care lady last week who was down to 34 kilos, completely bedbound, and she's only 57. And she's angry, so angry. And I can understand why she's so angry. And I imagine you've probably got some of that residual anger for you too. So use that anger as an inspiration to find your peace, as the fire in your gut to get you really determined to find your peace within you. It's not external to you. It's not the business. It's not the people. I think it's, you have to find it in here first. And enough safety to feel safe enough. Yeah. Oh my God, if you get to there, you'll be unstoppable. That'll be amazing. And even if it's not unstoppable in this lifetime, it'll be next lifetime, because clearly you would have done all the work. That would be really exciting. thank you guys for coming to play. I really enjoy doing my poetry stuff. So let me drop that one. Thank you. Have a little sip of my tea. This next week we will deal with the moon. Okay. Yeah, you will, darling. Like I said, some room clearing of energies will be really helpful for you. Okay. And just checking in with our teams and stuff and seeing where they would like us to go for our healing meditation today. Because we've already done the expanding out tool, so cool. I think tonight we're going to go up to Theta. We're going to use some tools up there, and we're going to tap into our dreams, because that's obviously been the theme that has been flowing through this week is finding our dreams. So we're going to jump up to Theta and do some work up there. Okay. So once again, closing your eyes, taking a nice big deep breath. And out. And now imagine that there is a big, beautiful, bright white opalescent light shining into your heart space. And it comes down your heart, down your body, through your belly, through your legs, all the way down through your feet, down through into the center of Mother Earth. That beautiful, bright white opalescent light curls around the center of Mother Earth and then moves all the way back up. Through the crystalline layers, through your feet, through your legs, through your pelvis, through your belly, through your chest and your heart, through your throat and your neck, all the way up through the crown, creating a lovely big bubble above your head. Now imagine that you're inside that bubble. And the bubble floats up, higher and higher, through the golden light and the dark light, through the rainbow jelly light clouds and the pink misty clouds. You see a lovely big opening, and through that opening, bright white opalescent light is streaming through. Move through that opening until you're completely surrounded by the bright white opalescent light. Take a big deep breath in. And as you breathe out, the bubble around you will dissolve. Breathing in again, bringing that beautiful bright white opalescent light all the way through your body. That bright white opalescent light of the Theta plane, which is where we are now, is the 7th plane of existence, is in fact unconditional love from Creator. And this unconditional love is now within you. You are part of it, and it is part of you. It is literally unconditional. There are no rules, no boundaries, no nothing. It is yours to enjoy, to receive. The unconditional love from Creator does not care who you've been in the past, what you've been in the past, how you've been in the past. It also has no point of view around what you will be in the future. All it desires, if there is any at all, is that you receive from it. And this might be the very first time that you have really truly felt unconditional love. I'm just going to let you guys just really sit with that for a moment. And let that unconditional love, that beautiful bright white opalescent light, seep into every cell and molecule of your body. Seeping all the way into your cells and molecules. Taking this moment to just really nourish and nurture you. That's what this space is all about. You can do incredible deep healing here. You can also just have this as a place of refuge. Because it's your safe space. It's also a place where you can have instantaneous healing. And that's pretty jolly exciting too. It's a place where your body can receive exactly what it requires in your healing process. And it's where you can let go of so much energy that's holding you back, preventing you from moving forward. Now I'd like you to imagine that you're lying down on a soft, fluffy bed made of clouds or feathers or flowers or whatever works for you. Maybe it's a bed of rainbows. Whatever your bed is made of is absolutely perfect for you. Maybe it's just a bed of light of whatever color feels the most contributing to you right now. And as your body is lying down on this beautiful bed, you can feel the energy and the contribution of that bed working through your body, from your back, gently moving up and over, integrating into your cells and molecules, the peacefulness, the calmness, the gentleness, the unconditional love. You feel calm and peaceful within yourself. And as the energy of your beautiful, comfy bed works through your body, it's beginning to remove, eliminate, or eradicate any energies that you're willing to let go of right now. It's moving away anything that does not serve you. Just keep that going for a little moment. Get that moving up through your body, through your chest, through your belly, through your buttocks, through the backs of your legs, through your thighs, through your calves, moving up through to your shins, through your heels of your feet, moving up through to your toes, moving up your back of your arms, up to your biceps, and through your hands to your fingertips, through the back of your head and your neck, through your throat, through your skull, through your brain, through your eyes, your nose, your mouth, all the way out to your lips, your throat, top of your chest, the outer parts of your heart area, your belly button, right up through your pelvis, to the front parts of your hips, tops of your thighs, your knees, your shins, all the way through to your toes and your fingernails. And now that you feel like you are absolutely clean and clear of all of the energies that are no longer serving you, I'd like you now to take a moment to open your heart and your mind to the possibility of your greatest desires, of your dreams that have been floating through for a long time now. Keep pondering that. Allowing your heart to blossom open, and just see how much your mind is on the same page as your heart. If there's any incongruence, Now is the time to identify what those incongruences are. And when you look at those incongruences from the space of compassion and kindness and allowance, those incongruences might look like fear. So from those places and spaces of unconditional love, I'd like you to take those fears that are being pushed down into your heart from your brain, from your ego, and I'd like you now to wrap them up in unconditional love and send them up, 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 up to Creator, to be cleansed and cleared and never to return to you again. These incongruences might look like anger and frustration, sadness and grief. If any of those have come up for you, wrap them up in unconditional love, which is absolutely infinite all around you. Pull them in, bring it through your body, wrap it up in unconditional love. Any of those other emotions, the guilt, the grief, the blame, shame, regret, wrap all of those emotions up in unconditional love. Send it up to Creator to be cleansed and cleared and never to return to you again. Now things might feel a little strange because you've probably held those energies for a really, really long time. Let me reassure you right now, your life will be much better without them. All the spaces and places where you believed that those things were keeping you safe, or you misapplied them and misidentified them as being the traits of love or being loved by others, release them all now. Taking all of those unhealthy distractions, wrapping them up in love, unconditional love from Creator, from the seventh plane, from Theta, sending it all the way up to be cleansed and cleared by Creator, never to return to you again. Now imagine that there is beautiful, bright, white, opalescent light swirling around your feet. I'm going to do one final cleanse from your toes, through your feet, through your ankles, eliminating and eradicating any other little energies which are preventing you from really, truly being aware of your dreams and integrating your dreams into your life, your aspirations and your desires, and bringing them in and having the confidence to stand behind yourself and actually follow through. Anything that's preventing you from doing that, all of this beautiful, bright, white, opalescent light is eliminating and eradicating that now from your shins and your calves, from your knees and your thighs, from all of your reproductive organs, your entire pelvis, through your belly, your butt and your chest, your heart, all the way up your back, through your shoulders, through your arms, your hands, to your fingertips, all the way up through your jaw, your gums, your teeth, your tongue and your lips, your cheeks and your eyes and your nose, through your forehead and your ears, through your scalp, through your brain, through your subconscious and conscious mind, drifting that all up and out, out. We're also going to clear away any of those energies from your chakra centers, from the ones above your head, below your feet, and all the ones in between. Also expanding out that beautiful bright white opalescent light through all of your auric fields, clearing away any of those stuck, sticky energies that are preventing you from truly knowing your dreams, integrating your dreams, and consciously, confidently acting upon your dreams. Removing any other little energies from within your auric fields, sending them all up to Creator to be cleansed and cleared, never to return again. The unconditional love, of course, fills up all the spaces and places, healing up all of that, so you're not left with all a whole bunch of holes. And now as you observe your heart, you see how open it is. It might look like a big, huge lotus flower, ready and open, flowing the energy of dreams. It might show you images or energies or light, whatever it is for you. It's absolutely perfect. And the stream of information is now moving between that and the opening in your mind. See it like a pipeway or a river of information, images, light, whatever it is for you. And as your heart space starts communicating deeply with your brain, with your mind, with your subconscious mind, in this moment, the ego might still be going, but wait, but what about this? But what? I'd like you now, if you haven't already, put your hand on your heart and one on your forehead. And the one on your forehead and one on your heart is to soothe your ego. It's not stopping the flow of that information moving from your heart to your mind. And the ego is having a little freak out at the moment because it's used to dictating what happens into the heart. And for once, we're turning the flow the other way. So the subconscious mind can get on board. It is flooding it. And in this moment, we're soothing the ego with our hand placement, allowing it to know that it's safe and it's safe to trust, to trust that the desires of your heart are not intruders, that they are playmates, that they're co-creators. And allowing the ego to really comprehend that it's okay and it's safe and it's loved, and with all of this beautiful energy and information that is coming from the heart, that it's okay to relax now. You can drop your hand from your forehead and the one from your heart. Just allow your arms to relax. And just watch as the ego now observes what's going on, rather than just immediately saying no, immediately having a freak out, immediately putting out blocks. You can tell that the ego is just still waiting there, because the ego now has to build trust in this process, just as you do. Take a big deep breath in, and as you breathe out, any tension that is still existing for the ego is released. Again, breathing in, remembering your breath in will be bringing in unconditional love all the way through your body. As you breathe out, the ego relaxes more. One more big deep breath. And again, the ego completely, totally and utterly relaxes now. You've taught your ego that it's okay to be safe, and it is safe to listen to your heart, to listen to your dreams, and to allow them to come to fruition, to allow your dreams to be a part of your subconscious and conscious mind, and allow that next process where they flow out of your crown up to the universe to be created, to be manifested, to be actualized just for you. Whatever that is for you, whatever your deepest dreams and desires are. Enjoy that energy now flowing out the top of your crown. Watch how it's been brightened and shined up by the power of your subconscious and conscious mind, and the unconditional love that's flowing with it as well. And as it reaches the universe, which is almost immediate because you're in theta anyway, you can feel all of those dreams and desires raining down all over you, all over your body, from the top of your head to the tips of your fingers and your toes. And as each of those dreams and desires lands on your skin, you integrate them. And now you feel like the richest, most loved, most enjoyed,
safest person in your world. You feel confident and calm and peaceful within, because you know now that your dreams, your desires are very much on their way to your physical place. Because you feel them now. They are a part of you now. From your heart to your mind, to your subconscious and conscious mind, all the way out to the universe and back again. Like a big, beautiful fountain of incredible magic. That is who you are. Now as you stand up from your beautiful, supportive bed, we'll begin floating down out of theta, knowing that this process will continue on as long as it is required for all of your dreams, your desires, your hopes, all of your goals to be actualized into your life. Not just created and manifested, but actualized. You will have them. Some things may take a little longer than others, but now is your challenge to trust the process and not allow your ego to start bringing in things like fear and doubt. Remember, your ego has actually learned how to enjoy the process of listening to the heart. And as we float down through the pink, fluffy clouds and the rainbow jelly-like clouds, through the golden light, back to your body, now imagine that you're standing underneath a big, beautiful waterfall, and the water is flowing over and through your body, just soothing and washing away any other little areas which are ready to go now. Just bringing that energy from theta through and just integrating it into your body instantaneously. And now stepping out onto a big warm river rock, you feel the warmth of Mother Earth underneath your feet. Take a big deep breath in, all the way down to the bottom of your belly and beyond. And now breathing out. Breathing in, bringing Mother Earth all the way up through your body. Breathing out, bringing Father Sky energy all the way down. And finally, bringing Mother Earth and the unconditional love all the way up. And Father Sky and the gratitude for everything and everyone all the way down. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Please, for self-care, have a drink of water now. You might feel like you wish to have something a little bit salty. You've done some pretty deep healing work tonight. And I'm so grateful for you. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. So for this next week, please take it easy on yourselves. Get out there, do something tasty. Be bold, be brave, be you, my beautiful friend. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.